Alright, new Pokemon trailer just dropped. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We're gonna go ahead and analyze these trailers. I'm gonna give my opinions on what I think about the game, as well as dive a little bit deeper into it. So let's just watch it real quick on normal speed, and I'll be talking over it a little bit just to give my commentary. Also preparing for this to be absolutely copyright struck and removed from pretty much anywhere, but we'll see. Alright, so we have the security guard kind of going around this building here, and at first I kind of thought this was going to be a trailer for Detective Pikachu 2, like the movie, because of it being in live action. But then this sign came up. Game Freak. So I'm like, wait a minute, this got to be a game, right? And so it was a game. They put a lot of effort into this trailer as well. I don't think the Gen 8 trailer had live action like this. Maybe it did, though. I don't know. We come into a strange room that definitely does not fit the look of that office building. Weird things start to happen. I mean, I'd be freaked out if that was happening to me, too. I don't blame this guy, but here we get a view of our next Pokemon game, and I gotta say, it looks okay for a Pokemon game. I think it's a step above Legends Arceus, which I think was a step above Sword and Shield. So, there's some things to like about this. And obviously, Legends Arceus, the biggest criticism of that game was the graphics. This looks like they at least did a little bit better in some places, and I'll kind of show that when we slow things down a little bit. But this looks kind of cool. Another tropical area. It looks like it's just going to be Pokemon Legends Arceus, but with like a more traditional gameplay formula. Just kind of like combining the two. So I'm guessing Legends Arceus was kind of the testing ground for sort of how a game like this could work. Which, that honestly, that makes me kind of excited. Oh my god, and here's the starters too. When was the last time we got to look at the starters right away? I quite like the grass one. Fire one looks alright too. Not a huge fan of the water one, but again, we'll look at those when we slow things down. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. And I like how those are like textured there. And of course, coming out in late 2022. Because what kind of year would it be if a new Pokemon game didn't release at the end of the year? Alright, so let's kind of go back from the beginning and slow things down a little bit. I know the beginning part's a little bit long, but I want to see if there's any details here that we can maybe make out, because I think this is still a hint of maybe where this game takes place. It just happens to be like the real world or whatever. Or like modern day version of it or something. I don't know. I don't know what kind of, I mean, this is the thing with, like, big old company/office buildings like this. I don't want to say they all look the same, but it's kind of hard to distinguish versus other buildings. Obviously, we're in a big city kind of environment. You can see a lot of other large buildings in the background. Pokemon runs by. That's another reason why I think this is in that region, because that Pokemon ran by, and I think it's implied that that Pokemon came from, well, that room in that region over there. I'm cautiously optimistic about this, I promise. I'm just, honestly, I don't know. I think I'd probably have the same amount of hype for this as I did for Legends Arceus, where I was really excited, kind of, The graphics are really bad, but the gameplay looked really good. Maybe a little bit more excited for the gameplay, and maybe a little bit more excited for the graphics. I don't know. It's hard to say, because with Pokemon games lately, it's like, oh, what are they going to mess up this time? But anyway, we have this room here, and this is where I'm going to be doing some stopping for sure. Salt lamp in the background. Also, I wonder what that symbol on his hat is. All right, here's where I want to stop first. So this is an interesting shot, because we have this globe here, which centers on North America and South America, and right in the middle is Central America. I'm guessing that's where our region's going to be. It's somewhere in here, and because it's more of a tropical place, I think we can rule out most of North America. You know, obviously we have places in the United States like Florida and Texas and California who, you know, they got some tropical sort of areas in them. Mexico was a place that I thought would be having pretty good potential for a Pokemon region. And we have Central America, which obviously it definitely fits the tropicalness of this new region that we have here. And South America as well, at least the northern part of South America. Like, I was thinking maybe Brazil or something, possibly Peru for regions. And then we have these maps on the wall, which also could be a hint. Well, there's one map here. I don't know what the rest of this stuff is. Looks like architectural kind of things. This looks like it could be like a plant of some sort. No idea what these triangles are. And a lot of the stuff in this room, I don't know what it is. Like, all of this stuff, for all I know, could have like some kind of significance that like hints to where the region takes place, but maybe I just don't know that. So if you have any ideas based on a lot of this stuff, let me know in the comments. All right, we'll keep playing for now. Got another overhead shot. There's another globe there. A coffee. I just finished my coffee for the morning. Also, I want to stop it here too. There's like a lot of mosaic type, I guess, decorations in this room. And this clock is no exception. Floral mosaic pattern around the outside, and sort of like a floral mosaic pattern in the middle there. I don't know if like any countries in particular kind of have that as like a staple, like they're well known for that. Like, obviously mosaic patterns aren't exclusive to one country or another, but maybe one's like more particularly known for them. I don't know. Alright, so we have the region here, and I'm going to pause again. Just looking at the architecture, it's really interesting, because we almost have like a castle look, and we have like these really big spires and stuff, or little towers rather. That Pokemon Center down there, it almost looks like a gas station, and it's kind of weird that the Pokemon Center is outside the main town. Oh wait, it looks like there might be another one over here, actually. Looks like these could be some solar panels. Maybe, I'm guessing wherever this is kind of has a renewable energy theme. We have this rainbow here, which could be of some significance. We'll get to that later. Some mountains nearby. It's kind of like foresty kind of areas here. Trying to see how many of these trees are just copy-pasted of each other. Maybe just a few of them. Well, I don't know. Tree variety is a little bit better in this game, though. Maybe a nitpick, but this is a pretty cool shot as well. Is this... What is this? There's like kind of like a hard cutoff here between this water and this, which I thought was the ocean in the background, because it looks like the sun is reflecting off of that as well. But maybe not. Maybe that's just a weird lens flare, because it looks like there'd be land behind there. But if this is the ocean, is this like a river? Is there like a dam there or something? Do dams even go up by the ocean? I don't know. I don't know. We're getting deep into this. Nighttime shot looks pretty good. The lighting looks decent. I kind of like the fog effect they have there. Textures are not looking great. They've never really been great in Pokemon games, but like, you would think at this point they would step up their texture game a little bit. Textures in Legends Arceus were obviously quite bad. These, I think, might be a little bit better, if not like close to the same. And just looking at these buildings again, it's hard to kind of pinpoint the architecture, at least for me, and my limited knowledge of architecture around the world. But we have some kind of like storefront over here where my mouse is. Yeah, I don't know. Got these like overhangs by the doors and the windows. And big open fields. Nice shot. We have obviously very highly elevated areas. I wonder how we're going to traverse that. Another Pokemon Center that looks kind of like a gas station. A river going between these mountains looks really cool. What is that? A cave? What's going on with that over there? All right. These wind turbines. This is what I was spending so much time trying to find. Are there wind turbines that look like this anywhere in the world? If so, I think that could be a very good indicator of where this region is supposed to take place. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find anything like this in my digging, which admittedly wasn't the most thorough. You know, I'm sure someone out there will be able to find these if they indeed do exist out in the world. But part of me that makes me think that maybe they don't is because, like, this one's got like a staircase up it. I don't know why the other ones don't, but this one's got a staircase up there, so maybe you could get into this top, you walk up the staircase. But, like, also, wouldn't that be, like, quite dangerous with wind turbine blades spinning right above you when you're walking up the staircase? So that makes me think they could just be kind of like, you know, like reimagined or something, and they're just kind of incorporated into this region's architecture. Like, they're imagined specific to this region. And then we have another one over here. But I was trying to find any wind turbines that looked like this in the real world. I couldn't find them. Maybe someone else out there will have some better luck. And this looks really good. And you can see kind of like reflections a little bit in the water, like a little bit of light showing up. Like the puddles look pretty good, if that makes any sense. Over here, it's a little bit more questionable. I'm not a huge fan of like these little spots of water, but again, I'm nitpicking. And then we have like the two Psyducks. And I want to stop it here again. Sunset looks pretty good. I love the orange in the sky. Not the best sunset I've ever seen, but like, you know what, for Pokemon, pretty good, passable. And if you look at Drifloon over here, that cloud on its head is like quite fluffy, and I don't know, I haven't seen Drifloon in Legends Arceus in a little while. I haven't played that game, at least in front of a Drifloon, in a little bit, but I think that's more detail than we're used to seeing, and maybe even Combee as well. I think we're seeing a little bit more detail in the Pokemon models, even compared to Legends Arceus, and we'll see a few more as we get some more shots. Meowth looks like it could be a little bit fuzzier, and not just because it's low resolution. I mean, like, it actually looks like it could be, you know, like almost like a texture sort of thing, and you kind of see the light reflecting off the coin on Meowth's head, which is kind of cool. But yeah, these ground textures, my god, do they look bad. Like, look at this. Come on, guys. I mean, it's not the most important thing, but, like, seriously, you could do a little bit better than that. The grass looks pretty bad as well, but again, and actually that's, you know what, now that I think about it, the grass looking bad almost could pass as, like, it just being the art style of the game for Legends Arceus. This game doesn't quite have that art style, so maybe it wasn't an art style thing, and maybe it was just bad. But actually, this grass here in the distance looks kind of good. Just don't get too close to it, and the trees look okay. And Stone Jitter, or whatever its name is, you could definitely see like kind of like a rocky texture on it, at least I think. This might not be the best way to look at the textures, but and like these like things on its legs pop out. I don't like this Pokemon at all, by the way, but I do have to admire the textures, as well as you know, this desert area. I mean, it's kind of barren, but most deserts are. It looks like we might have some kind of ruins over here, on the right side of the screen, and a little bit over here as well. I can't tell if this here again is the ocean and there's like sun reflecting off of it. I think it might be. Not much of note here except like how polygonal this rock face looks, and Pokemon Legends Arceus kind of had this problem as well, where it sort of popped in the detail when you got close enough, so maybe this shot's just not close enough, and if that's the case, why did they pick this shot to show off the game? Water looks alright though. Alright, very puffy cloud wings for Swablu, looks pretty good. We have some people walking around this town square. I don't know, some shops along here. They look pretty good. I don't know what this huge building is up there. But I'm, again, just trying to see the architecture in terms of like where this could be. You got some arches, some kind of like flagstone wall, it looks like, maybe, and then like some patterns on the ground that look pretty good. It could be mosaic. I'm actually not sure, just because of how low res the ground textures are. But again, it goes back into that mosaic thing that we talked about. I like how there's just random Pokemon around, and in that way, it's kind of lively, but could use some more NPCs, maybe. Again, yeah, this has got to be mosaic, right? These arches here. Don't know what this is. It is someone just smudged a bunch of Vaseline all over the place. Got Blissey over here. This is one of the Pokemon I wanted to show off. Seviper looks so good. Look at these scales. Like, that actually looks quite good. I would like to see the tail and see like how sharp that looks like. Maybe have like the light glinting off it, but like maybe that's you know, obviously we can't see it here in the trailer, but like this Pokemon looks really good. Larvitar as well. You can kind of see like the texture, you know, where the light hits it, but also if it is a cave, where's the light coming from? I hope this isn't a cave. Hopefully this is just some kind of ravine, because the caves in Legends Arceus, the few of them that there were very bright for some reason. They could work on the lighting there, perhaps. But yeah, Larvitar looking pretty good. Magnemite looks very shiny and metallic. Again, looks really good. Kind of got that flagstone pattern here off of what I assume is a lighthouse, but it's kind of hard to see because I don't know what this like little tower part at the top is, but we have like a platform here where I guess people can go. Yeah, it looks like there might even be a ladder in there. You can kind of see through the window. So maybe looking for a lighthouse like this might give us clues to where this region could be. And look, I know I keep saying like, oh, well, where's the region? Where could that be? I'm going to get to that. I have some theories of my own that I'm going to present to you. Yeah, I really like the look of this building. Hopefully it's as massive on the inside as it looks on the outside. Oh, actually, this could be like some kind of observatory, maybe like a planetarium or kind of something like that. Reminds me of something along those lines. Or it could just be like, that's what the, you know, it's like a glass dome and that's what the ceiling looks like. Maybe it's not glass at all. I don't know. But that looks pretty cool as well. Got the Pokeball up there. You can kind of see like the internal structure of the Pokeball. This building could very likely be based on like a real life building as well. Again, Pokemon, they like to do that sort of thing when they design their regions, which I appreciate. Cool Dratini fountain. Some nice shots here. More look at the ground. Kind of like a weird... Like, where is everybody? There's nobody here. Is there any NPCs in that shot at all? No. Like, where are they? See, I'm worried we're going to have that problem again. Even backing out further, there's no NPCs. And it doesn't look like it's nighttime, even though these lights are on for some reason. But yeah, like the sun is out. Where are the NPCs? Where are they? I mean, like all these shop fronts and everything look pretty cool. Look, oh, that might be a glasses shop over there. You learned something from this video. I don't know, you probably didn't, but that's okay. We're here to have fun. Yeah, again, there's just nobody around. I want this to be lively. There should be people every one of these chairs. Okay, maybe not everyone, but most of these chairs should be populated. There should be people here. This looks like it's like a major part of the region. I'm just worried it's going to have the Legends Arceus problem when it comes to that. Maybe it won't, though. Yeah, there is nobody around. Oh, wait a minute. That looks really cool. Here's what I assume is the player's house. This looks kind of nice. Like, look, you can see the trees here. You got, like, a little garden. Is that pumpkins growing? That looks like it might be pumpkins growing. But this area looks pretty nice. A lot of detail going on with the foliage and the plant life. I'm also, like, trying, as we go through here, to see if I could see any new Pokemon, which I don't think we have yet. Bad ground textures again. Trainer character model looks a lot better than in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Also, I wonder what this building in the background is. Looks kind of neat. But you remember the patch on our shoulder in Pokemon Legends Arceus, the Galaxy Team patch? It looked so... Actually, on the playable character, it looked good. It looked okay. But like on the other characters, like Silene, it was so fuzzy and low resolution. This looks like an upgrade over that, at least. Cool Pokeball kind of hair accessory here. I like this trainer design. It's pretty good. And here's another trainer design. Backpack, got a interesting looking hat on. High socks, some shoes. I mean, this one looks okay. I like the other one a little bit better. Some windmills. I wonder if that's of any significant. That picture of windmills over here. This is where it gets interesting, though. So obviously, this is directly up the stairs from where we were, because you can see these same pictures here in the wall. Very red wall, red curtains there. Looks pretty good. They got the Switch OLED model. That's what I want to see. The map. We have a map of the region. Well, part of a map of the region. It'll cut from this frame when I unpause it. Also, I like that Hoppip planter thing. I kind of want that. But this is where I think a lot of our analysis is going to be. But it looks like these could be pointing to where like major cities or landmarks are. And again, we get a little bit better view of the region. It's maybe half of it, maybe a tiny bit more than half. So we can kind of see the bottom part, I guess. There's not really much more to go on. So all in all, I think we have about maybe 2/3, probably a little bit less than 2/3 of the region map revealed to us. We have a big portion in the corner that we don't get to see. Yeah, right there. I wonder if this globe represents anything. I can't think of what this might look like in the real world. Like on a real world globe. Maybe I can't. I don't know, though. Again, if you have any idea, let me know in the comments. That sandwich, or if it is a sandwich, it means something. This is going to be the meme of this whole trailer analysis video. Alright, so our starters. I want to analyze these as well. And also kind of looking at the background, not really seeing much except maybe whatever this is. I like the grass one quite a bit. I like the fire one a decent amount. He looks alright. Not a huge fan of the water one, which is, for me, kind of odd. I usually tend to gravitate towards the water starters. But I think quite obviously this one's going to be water flying, which, not a great type combo. Not the worst, but not very good. Got like some kind of like aquatic, like a waterfowl. I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's a great starter. Almost kind of like a duck or a goose or a swan or something. I don't know. Again, maybe even these starters have something to do with the region. I don't know. And then we have our fire starter, who looks like some kind of weird dinosaur dude. He's kind of cute. And I'm predicting he's going to be fire ground when he evolves, but I could be wrong. He just looks very, like, he reminds me a little bit of Heatran, tiny bit. Obviously not quite. He is just his own different Pokemon, but very, like, it's something in his feet say, like, ground type to me. I don't know. And as far as the grass one goes, it's like some kind of, like, cat, fox thing. I don't know, but it looks really cute, and I like it. As for what type is going to be, grass for sure. And its secondary type, let's see, if we have flying, ground, what kind of goes with flying and ground? Because usually the secondary types of starters are somewhat related to each other. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But this is probably the starter I'm going to pick. But again, we'll have to see. We'll see what the final evolutions are. Because last time, the final evolutions were terrifying and not very good. Not that the pre-evolutions of last gen starters were any good either, but they look good. Like, their designs are good. I'm just not a fan of the water one, personally. And then Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, which I like how, like, I wonder what these textures are supposed to be. If they're supposed to even be anything. That one almost looks like more of like a brushed metal, and the Scarlet one almost looks like, I don't know what this pattern is, but like I feel like I've seen it before, and also it was Scarlet. But yeah, why do we need two versions again? I thought we may have been moving past this with Legends Arceus. Do we really need two versions? Like, come on. Come on. Like, at this day and age, it's not necessary. It's just a cash grab because, you know, they're going to have a double pack. It's going to be the same price as buying them individually. Maybe like a penny cheaper sometimes. Or was it individually that's a penny cheaper? Yeah, actually, I think if you buy them individually, it's a penny cheaper. Which is weird, but it's just, I'm not a fan of that. We gotta move past that. But as for the version names, that's kind of cool. We're back to colors again. Scarlet and Violet are kind of cool and nice colors. And perhaps they have some significance. So, back into just analysis mode. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, yeah. So, this map and this globe. Again, so the globe is focused kind of on North America, South America, Central America. So it's got to be somewhere in there, you would think, right? And my theory was like, okay, so what countries have flags with scarlet and violet in it? Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but we have here the flag of Dominica, which is an island in the Caribbean. But unfortunately, I don't think you can really see the Caribbean on this globe. But if we go to... So, obviously we have some kind of island. And, you know, I guess for the most part, most Pokemon regions have been like islands or like islands. But let's take a look at this image of Google Earth. Hi, Future Black Ice here. I'm interrupting the video to let you know that for whatever reason, when I was viewing the images on Google Earth, my microphone started popping like crazy, so that is not a problem with your system in any way. That is on me. Unfortunately, it was recorded like that, and I can't really do anything to edit the audio there, but I wanted to insert this as a little bit of a warning. Apologies, but thanks for understanding. This is the island of Dominica, and I gotta say, it looks somewhat similar to this regional map here. Obviously, this is kind of like upside down, kind of how they did with the Galar region, where they just flipped and that was their map. So this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Obviously, the Dominican flag has, again, scarlet and violet. And in a tropical area, it's got palm trees. And if you look at... Oh, that's just a Wikipedia page. I was looking into green energy. No, it was right here. So this is kind of what Dominica looks like. Very, very tropical. Very beautiful place. But when you look at like the architecture, like in this picture here, for example, I don't think it really matches up. So this was my initial theory, was that it was Dominica. Because it's just got, you know, the scarlet and the violet in the flag, as well as it being a tropical place that is kind of in the Americas. It's kind of a random place for a Pokemon region, maybe. Although the Caribbean, I don't know, maybe we'll see it. So that was my thought initially, and again, we can look at some of it here. It doesn't really match up, but I don't know. Again, these are just kind of theories at this point, so maybe not quite Dominica. Let's get rid of the Dominica ones, and on to our next theory, which is Nicaragua. Again, it might seem like kind of a random place for a Pokemon region, and it kind of is, but the Nicaraguan map, when we look at it this way, notice this huge lake in the top left corner of the map. Well, that's the flag of Nicaragua. We'll get to that. Huge lake in this, well, I mean, it's the top left because I have it flipped. This obviously doesn't point north, but Pokemon regions are sometimes flipped like that. But yeah, and then it also has some islands off to the side here, like this map does. A few islands off to the side there. I think this has potential to be where we're at, because if you look at the flag of Nicaragua, it also has scarlet and violet in it. Oh, that's not closer, you liar. There we go. It said that was to magnify it, but very scarlet in the middle, plus it's got that rainbow thing, and then again violet in the rainbow thing. And I have to say, the Dominican flag and the Nicaraguan flag are the only two flags, the only two world flags that have violet in them. So it could mean something, I don't know. And again, this is just the Wikipedia of Nicaragua. I forgot to close this. I was looking at the green energy because, again, I wanted to find those wind turbines. Okay, that's Dominica. But if we look at Nicaragua, we kind of see a little bit of like those like spires almost, like the castle sort of look. It's not quite the same though. So that's another thing that we're kind of makes me think that's not quite it, but it could be. It could be. I haven't really seen much mosaic art in a lot of this, but like here, like you can kind of see like the stone. It's not really the same. So it's hard for me to say, but I think it could line up, especially with that lake. I think it makes a little bit of sense. Plus, I think that's all the architecture I really want to look at. This sort of looks like, at least the roofing material is similar to that of the house we see. Actually, this whole thing is with all the foliage and stuff. The trainer house. Let's go back to that. Yeah, like, look at the... Okay, well, that's not... Where is it? This one. I'm so dumb, sorry. But yeah, like, look at the roof. Very, very similar. But that's about it in terms of similarities. Very distinct architecture, though, for a house like this. Could be similar. I don't know. Again, this is just a theory at this point. I'm not definitively saying anything, but if we look at the flag of Nicaragua, it's got that rainbow. Right when we were introduced to the region, the first thing we saw, we can go there, this shot right here, it's got that rainbow. And am I, like, is it a coincidence? Maybe. But I think both Dominica and Nicaragua, more so Nicaragua, have the, like, it's got mountains, it's got, I guess, this kind of thing, like, obviously, like, mountains down here in the southern part. It's got that lake. Again, if we go to where that regional map was, huge lake. Huge lake. I think the lake is what seals it for me. And again, I could be just speculating, and it doesn't mean anything. But to me, and the islands there, and if we go to, like, the bottom part, I mean, we don't really see much with the bottom part of the region there. And it doesn't really line up with this, because obviously... And also, Nicaragua is not an island. So, maybe that's a point against it. And again, yes, I flipped the map. If you look at the map, it would be the other way around. But let's go back to... there's another map on the wall near the beginning. Right here. This is also vaguely shaped like Nicaragua. And it's, like, flipped a different way, because you can see the islands are on the other side, and the... point of the island, well, again, not island, but here, let's flip this the right way around. So this is what it looks like when you're looking at a map where north is up. Doesn't, like, the islands are off to this side. Although these are kind of like off a little bit south more so, but it kind of looks like it's that shape, right? I could be crazy. I think maybe. It's possible our next Pokemon region is in Nicaragua. But I would still say, look at this globe here. I think it's probably, you know, Central or South America, in my opinion. Could be North America, could be Mexico. I don't know. But anyway, this video's gone on far long enough. What do you guys think of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet? Are you excited for them? Are you cautiously optimistic? Or do you think Game Freak needs to do better? And more specifically, I guess, the Pokemon Company, because... you know, when you have zero time and budget, there's only so much you can do. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if you saw something that I missed. I would love to know, and it would be fun to kind of have that discussion. I got a Twitch. You can follow that, BlackEyes4047 on Twitch. That's where I'm usually at, and if I do end up playing this game, that's where you'll see me do it. Anyway... yeah, I'm gonna end the video now. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully this Pokemon game is gonna be a good one. Gen 9 hype.